Calling roll. Commissioner Tran.
Present.
Commissioner Demas.
Present.
Commissioner Jasmine.
Present.
Director Armstrong.
Present.
Deputy Director Harris. AAG Patrick Myers.
Present.
The record, Allison Ripper, Commission Clerk. Any others on the line wishing to introduce themselves may take themselves off mute and do so now.
Tahena, Operations Manager, Employment.
Jim Owens, Fair Housing Manager.
Hearing no others, roll call is complete. Thank you.
Complete. So I'm going to, as the pro tem for today for the commission, start the meeting. Welcome everyone. We're going to start with the meeting minutes for July 24th and August 28th. If the commissioners have any corrections or any comments on those, please feel free to open your mic and contribute. Going once, twice. Hearing no objections to the meeting minutes from July 24th and August 28th, we're going to go on to public comment. Do we have anyone from the public on the line?
Chair, if I might interject, I don't believe there was a vote to, or a motion or a vote to approve the meeting minutes.
Oh,
Thank you,
excuse
Kathy.
me. Yes. Would a commissioner like to entertain a vote for, or sorry, a move for approving the meeting minutes from July 24th and August 28th?
I make a
So
motion.
move.
Oh.
Okay.
So I'm gonna,
I
I think,
second. I second.
okay,
I
I
second.
hear,
Yeah.
great. I hear a motion made by Commissioner Chelsea, and then also a second, Commissioner Jasmine.
Okay.
All that approve?
Yep. Everyone approve, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Great. And I apologize. It's Commissioner Demas.
No worries.
Okay.
All right, moving on to public comment. Is anyone from the public here to provide public comment? Okay, hearing none, we're going to move on to the next agenda item, case closures. Oops, hear a little bit of an echo. Okay, I think we're good now. Do I hear a motion to approve the case closures? Commissioner Jasmine, you are muted.
Yeah, I moved for the case closure.
And I second.
Great. And seconded. Any comments on the cases? Okay, hearing none. Executive Director reporting, Director Armstrong.
I have nothing to add at this meeting.
Great. Commissioner reporting. Any commissioners have any reports? I have something to report. I have been able to meet with a representative from the Jewish Federation, and they're interested in having a listening circle so that the local Jewish community in Washington can share some of their experiences and some of their concerns around anti-Jewish sentiment. Also, there has been a couple offers for training, and I sent an email over, I believe I sent an email, or I dreamt I sent it. I wrote it up for sure. Just letting Director Armstrong or Executive Director Armstrong know that there have been a couple offers for training for the entire commission, not just for the commissioners, but also for the folks who work on cases in both on both anti-Semitism and also the history of Palestine. So those are the groups that are approaching us, and wanted to get some feedback on that, if possible, from you, Executive Director Armstrong.
It is an offer for the commissioners to participate. And so in order for there to be participation by the commission, first, let's talk about the commissioners. I suggest that you ask the commissioners if that is something that as a whole you all are willing to want to do. And if that is, then we can talk about how to facilitate that. It could be via Zoom, but certainly, Patrick, you correct me if I'm not correct, that if there is more folks there, commissioners, like if there's two there, then it would constitute a meeting. And if it constitutes a meeting, then certainly it's a public situation or a public meeting, and so we have to treat it as such. Anything to add, Patrick, as it relates to the commissioners meeting with this group?
Just that I believe it's when a quorum is present, but I do think if multiple commissioners, as Director Armstrong suggested, if multiple commissioners are interested, then it would be best to discuss how to do that properly if there are going to be multiple commissioners present and possibly a quorum.
In our case, would just be two commissioners meeting at this point, right? Okay. So here's what I propose, Commissioner Jasmine and Dimes, for your consideration, is that since this sounds like an invitation for communities to speak, I don't know if we want to make this a public meeting just for their privacy. So I don't mind going and listening to the folks and hearing their concerns on behalf of the commission, and then coming back and sharing any themes out of this.
Yeah, I think that sounds great. If you're willing to meet with these folks and then, just to keep them safe as well, just go separately. I think that would be great, or fine with me. Where is this taking place? Is this like online, in person?
It's in person and on the West Coast, so west of the mountains. Any thoughts on that, Commissioner Jasmine?
It's you could, that is possible. You could go and hear them. With all this information is very available too, so we could always take a look at it on AI ourselves and see
Okay.
what this is that. So, but it's good that you, since they wrote a letter to us and acknowledge the effect of the resolution. It's only fair that one of us be there and listen to what they have to say.
So I'm hearing, and we're not taking a vote on this, just to be clear, I'm just hearing head nods of I should go and listen to the community members as a representative of the commission. Okay. All right, I will take that on. So that was part one. That was for the Jewish Federation and what they wanted to plan. Part two of the ask was actually training for folks who do case management. And this is from two different groups. One is Diaspora Alliance, and the other one is from a local Palestinian community. And to provide some anti-Palestinian sentiment training for folks who might be reviewing cases, as well as anti-Semitism training for folks, or anti-Jewish sentiment training. Is that something that we currently incorporate into training for folks who look at cases?
Thus far that I know of, and if I'm not correct, Wilma and Jim, please correct me. However, at this specific training, I'm not aware of us having training of this sort. However, we conduct outreach all the time, and we get trained. So we could have a representative from our investigative ranks, if you will, to come and not only to listen, but to take on some to listen for training, to be trained, we'll say, and come back and inform our our staff. Wilma has her hand up.
Rita, Commissioner Tran, the EOC regularly provides free webinars and training that is available to our staff. And I believe was last year when we received, we had the opportunity to receive anti-Semitism training. It's basically national origin and discrimination training, which is generalized version, but with an emphasis on that. So I believe various members of the employment team were present, and maybe some more from housing with regards to anti-Semitism and anti-Islamophobia, because that was a particular training that the EEOC provided for free as a webinar.
That's great to hear.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. And we did participate. About how many of our staff were there? Were there employment staff and HUD staff, or do you know?
I don't know, but it was open to the entire agency, as they usually are.
Okay.
That's good to hear that there's training. I'm not surprised that there is. I think the ask is fairly specific in terms of it being anti-Palestinian, just given what's happening in the news these days and what's happening over in Gaza, which is spilling over to us domestically. I think understanding what that looks like is important. And I guess my ask here is if there's any openness to it. I think Executive Director Armstrong, you had mentioned you could potentially send a lead investigator to receive that training. Okay.
I have a question. I have a question. It sounds like indoctrination to me. Are we, is the commission is willing to be indoctrinated by activists to do what they expect us to do, or to act in certain ways? I'm trying to understand what is the place of the commission right there. Are we going out there and looking for people to forge has challenged or could have challenges and bring them up and try to solve people's problem. And I'm not understanding. I thought when I signed up, I thought I was coming to uh, uh, read and help decide on cases that have already been investigated and people that have a legitimate concern and but I didn't think that I was going to come to a political forum or uh, uh, to do what expedient for my political ambition or something like that. It sounds like we are getting mixed up into a bunch of stuff. I don't know. It's me. I may get in trouble for what I'm saying because I know some groups they want to cut people's head if you speak your mind. And I don't quite understand, but let it be because like uh this is like a democracy turning to a let everything go or everything come in and just let it open and things can happen. And that's what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing indoctrination. I'm seeing people directing us to where we're not supposed to be going unless there is a major force towards it. That's what I'm seeing.
I don't know if there's necessarily people directing us where we're going. I think that hearing community concerns is important and addressing them. So that's why I'm willing to go and sit with folks and listen to them. The
I don't think I should be searching for community concern because the concern would come to the commission by means of a complaint. That's what I thought. And if there is no complaint, why should I be looking for complaints or trying to define people's concern and bring it up forward? And I think it's to me it's political expediency. And to me, I'm not saying that I don't have any political ambitions, and I don't want to bring. I hope I wouldn't want to bring the commission into my political quest, a mission quest, and that's one thing I hate to see me doing. So I don't understand. There's a gray area for me. It's always going to be a gray area. Uh, you know, recently a Jewish lady called me trying to ask me a bunch of questions about this, about anti-Semitism. Why I should say this, I should say that, and I don't understand why should we be having our meetings and some people deep into our meeting and trying to hear what we're saying and to go and report and stuff. It's I think it's I thought that was a closed, serious commission. I didn't think that commission would be getting involved in all this politics. And that's the end of that's all I had to say.
Yeah, it's a tough role to be in because Human Rights Commission is inherently political because human rights is political, right? Our identities, whether we like it or not, are. And I guess that's more on the philosophical side of things. I think when we talk about our actions on the commission and being out in community, that's part of what our role is, or I'd expect our role is to be liaisons to this process of the Human Rights Commission and make sure that the community is brought along in it. Whether we, individually want to get that training or not, doesn't, it's your own choice, right? And so I'm just exploring the options.
I believe there is a established way to for complaints to come to the commission, and that established way has been therefore since the beginning of the commission. So I don't see why we should be adding more work and looking for excuses to bring to the commission to add more work to them. They don't even have enough investigators out there to do the work that they have. So I'm done with that. Could we continue, please? Because it's just my gray area. It doesn't matter what I think, really.
It does matter what you think, but okay, Commissioner Dimas. You are muted, but your hand is up.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, it's definitely difficult to avoid any kind of political landscape when I totally agree. Like our whole existence is political, especially given the times we live in. But I think it's important as a commission that we continue to have an open door and open communication to community, whatever invitations and opportunities are out there. That's the whole reason I joined this commission, is to invite and hear all perspectives that are here in the state of Washington. And so I think this training would be an incredible opportunity. And if folks are open to it, I don't see an issue with it. So that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you for your thoughts, Commissioner Jasmine, Commissioner Demas. There's something that, but going back to what you said, Commissioner Jasmine, is, we're already shorthanded with the investigators and funding for the Human Rights Commission and making sure that we get work done, finishing investigations, hopefully in a timely manner, and not having such a big backlog. I think also there is an importance of making sure that folks are making and this is not an implication that anything is going wrong right now, but just being more aware of some of the nuances around certain topics, whether it be anti-Jewish sentiment or anti-Palestinian sentiment. Executive Director Armstrong.
I just want to add, oftentimes people do not understand the position of the commission, that we are neutral, and that we investigate claims of discrimination, and only evidence or the lack thereof will determine whether discrimination has occurred or not. And so with that role, we tell people what we do all the time because they think that we are on one side or the other. And we do listen to their perspective so we can do our job better. I mean, we're about continuous improvement. So if staff participates, and certainly we can do that. We have a specialist that trains often. That's part of what they do. And we can certainly, and then also it could be our managers or investigators that live close by, what have you. But I just want to make it clear that what oftentimes when we participate in outreach activities, it has to do with us sharing what our role is, and why we do what we do. And if we can gather information to help us do that role, we're all in. That may look a little different from what people want us to do when we go. I'm not too sure, but certainly we will be going in that spirit.
Thank you. Thank you for that clarity. Okay, so I'm not hearing consensus, but I heard a few ideas. Is that we could send a lead investigator to receive some of that training from both the anti-Palestinian and anti-Jewish perspective, and then I think we already decided that I'm going to be listening to the community members that are gathered by the Jewish Federation. Is the commission, and we're not voting, but I just want to understand, are we okay proceeding with that plan?
Yeah, I think that sounds great.
You too.
Okay, great. Thank you for the discussion. Next agenda item. AAG update.
Good morning, commissioners. I do not have any new filings or settlements to report from our office this month.
Any new business? Next agenda item is new business. I don't know if this qualifies. Oh, go ahead.
I just wanted to flag, pardon, Allison for Commission Clerk. We did have the November and December meeting date scheduling on our agenda, and would just love to keep that on everyone's radar before we get too far in the meeting. If we are wanting to go ahead and schedule regular meetings for November and December for filing dates, I'd like to be able to get that submitted to the code advisor by October 1st.
Certainly. Okay, so right now we have Thursday, November 27th. Are commissioners available for November 27th?
Hear you, Commissioner Jasmine, I saw you raise your hand and say something.
Mic isn't working.
Okay, go.
Mike, yes.
Okay, I'm hearing you now.
Yes.
Okay, yes.
Commissioner Demas, are you available Thursday, November 27th for commission meeting?
Yes, I can make it work.
Make sure I'm available on my end. Okay. Yeah, same. I can also make that work. All right, so clerk refer, yes.
I am seeing that is a holiday. I don't know.
Yes,
Okay, just wanted to flag that.
it is
Thank you.
Thanksgiving.
Oh my
Thanksgiving.
gosh. Okay. My fault.
Wow.
See here. Is it possible to meet earlier in the week then, before the Thanksgiving holiday, which happens on the 27th?
The 26th.
Yeah, the 26th.
Yeah.
Can we meet on the 26th at 10 a.m. Wednesday?
I can do that date.
All right. It sounds like then the Wednesday, November 26th at 10 a.m. works.
December. Let's do December now.
Yep. So December, it looks like it's on the 25th, which is, I assume, a holiday. So are the commissioners available Tuesday or Monday of that week? So the 22nd or the 23rd?
On the the same 26. I mean, after Christmas.
You want to do this after Christmas? Okay.
Yeah.
So 26, 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Commissioner Demas?
Yeah, that works for me.
Okay, great. Did we catch those dates?
Thank you. Happy clerk. Appreciate it.
I was just looking at the agenda and I apologize, but for public comment, there is an item underneath it and I forgot. It's the uplifting recent resolutions in Kitsap. Did the commissioners have an opportunity to read the email that was sent in regards to that item? Any thoughts on that email and next steps?
It was an approval of the decisions that we took by bringing forward the resolution, and that's what it was, and it's like a thank you note to me, and that's what it is. It's that's
Yeah,
what I got out of it.
it also looked like there was a request for someone from the commission to reach out to the person that sent the email. Here's what I suggest on this, and consider it or propose something different, is that I reach out to this person that sent the email, since I was heavily involved in both of the resolutions that are referenced in the email. And then I can come back to the commission with a report.
So that was what we did decide on. Maybe I was wrong. I thought that's what we were saying. We were talking about. I thought we were talking about the kids stuff earlier. But
Okay, yeah, no,
it's good.
yeah, this one's
It's good.
different. Yeah, okay, so Commissioner Jasmine is saying, yes, I'll reach out to this person as well. The previous conversation was about the Jewish Federation, whereas I think this one is a community member in Kitsap. So Commissioner Demas, are you okay with that plan too, for me to reach out to this community member in Kitsap?
Yeah, I think that sounds great. And I just appreciate you, going out of your way and just meeting with all of this community. So thank you.
Yeah, it's our role to listen and learn. Happy to do it. Okay, great. Okay, so that was new business. And then we have an executive session. I am going to propose we go into this for 10 minutes. So until 10:45 roughly for the commissioners to discuss. So
Allison, can you send just, we can all get out of this meeting and send the commissioners and myself and Patrick and Barbara a meeting notice to go into a different meeting. We all come out, and if you can invite the commissioners along with Patrick, and I think Suzanne, you're here. I'm not too sure.
Yes, thank you. I should be
Okay.
included as well.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Barbara.
Our meeting permissions do have this as a locked room. So if everyone who's not staying in executive session is able to leave,
Okay.
no one will be able to pop back in, and then we'll be rejoining at 10:45.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop recording, and then I will get out of here.